Hey, what's up, YouTube? Comic Freak for Life here. I know I haven't made a video in like a week. I got a haircut, as you can see. It's like super short. And so I've pretty much been doing school, the huge finals week next week. So that stuff. Like I made the last video I made was announcing the winners of the SoCal Gaming's 300 cash prize tournament, which went pretty awesome. Um, this video, I'm gonna give you the kind of like the lowdown of the format and the tournament and like what I saw. Um, First off, I played Lancer Frogs because I was playtesting with Macro Rabbit and I was playing a lot of Fire Fists and I just didn't do very well playing against that deck. They just get like a lot of advantage with Tenki and stuff like that, and it's just really tough. It's hard, kind of hard to explain, and Lancer Frogs have more effects. Uh, that was another thing. The main two decks I saw at the $300 tournament, there was 34 players, and there's like a lot of six samurais and a lot of fire fists. So six samurais, a good way to get around that is like monster effects, like chaos dragons and um, I remember like chaos decks with like chaos sorcerer and BLS. Those decks did better against six sams with decks with effects because like, special sorcerer or Mushi and like no big deal. Same with the Lancer Frogs. They have a lot of effects, and Sheehan really doesn't affect me. I don't run any traps. So that's what made me ultimately decide to play Lancer Frogs instead of Macro Rabbit. Now I'm kind of rethinking it. I honestly don't really know. I'm kind of don't not really liking playing against all these Fire Fists. It's just kind of annoying because they plus a lot. So I don't know. So I'm probably gonna try Macro Rabbit again, see how good I do, but I'm not totally sure. So that's pretty much it. Macro Rabbit, and I'm trying to think of like a deck I'll play. I think thinking of trying to build Car Curries, but honestly, I really don't want to spend like any money or very much money at all on a deck. And that's really why I'm sticking with the decks I have, which are Lancer Frogs and Macro Rabbit. Macro Rabbit's not a bad deck, and neither is Lancer Frogs. It just depends on what decks you're playing against. So I'm probably going to stick with those decks. I was thinking of Car Curries, maybe Machina gadgets. I've always loved playing those, and that's super cheap. The gadgets are like a quarter each and stuff. So I'll try that out, see if I can make those decks. Um, Upcoming is Anaheim Regionals. All the past times there's been like 1,000 people. They've had to turn people down because if they took more than however many people they take, like 700 people, it'd have to be like a 2 day event, and they just don't have time for that because it goes to midnight as it is. So I'll be there. I'll be getting there like 6 o'clock in the morning. Make sure I get my spot because a lot of times people weren't able to get spots like Galactic God. He would go and he wouldn't be able to get in because he would come at like 9 or 8, and that's just like not early enough because there's so many people that want to go. Secondly, the YCS San Diego, the Battle Pack sealed YCS. That's the week after that. So for me, next week is my finals week, and not this weekend, but next weekend. I think it's like the 23rd or something. Is the Anaheim Regionals, and then the weekend after that is the San Diego YCS. So I'll be going to San Diego. I'll probably be going on Friday, stay the night, and go there in the morning, and go there on Saturday. I'm not sure if I'm going to go there on Sunday as well. We'll see. Depends on how good I do. I mean, if I top, because it's a battle pack, when I played battle pack, I seem to do better. So we'll see. If I'm good enough to top, that would be awesome, and I'd stay the next day. But me and my dad, we usually go to like a sports bar or like some like place where they show WrestleManias on the 7th, That's Sunday, and that's the weekend of YCS San Diego. So unless I top or something, I'll probably not go on the Sunday and just go and see that with my dad because WrestleMania is pretty fun to watch. Even if you like it's wrestling, whatever. But so uh, like it's just weird. I've seen a lot of Fire Fists. It's like mainly Fire Fists, like mermails. I've seen a lot of pure mermails. I haven't really seen any of the one with like Gen X Undyne anymore because it's like if you draw the Gen X controller. So a lot of pure mermails. What I'm also seeing, like the Fire Fist side, defissure. So if you run like any sort of like graveyard oriented deck, you're gonna have a bad time. You're gonna have a bad time. Like playing Lancer Frogs, I would always get that they'd play Defissure because they could still send their spell and trap cards to the grave. So that's another reason why Macro would do good if you can draw the macro. It's good against Fire Fists like that because they can't send, they can't pop. So it's like really difficult. Main decks I saw were like Six Sams, like I said, Six Sams Fire Fists, um, Mermails. Uh, I've seen a couple Dark Worlds. So it's really like out in the open. When the new set comes out, it's going to be ridiculous with whatever these new different archetypes I've heard, like the dragons and whatnot. My advice would be like try not to play like a really graveyard oriented deck because a lot of these decks like Fire Fists and Six Samurais are siding macro and defissure. Same with like not using siding hand traps because they side those. It just honestly depends on what deck you're playing against. So that's really my advice to you. I'm gonna post another video with the top four deck lists of who won and stuff on the $300 cash tournament. The top four decks, the two decks that ended up winning, like they split because they were my friends, Eric and Edward, but Edward was playing a windups, and my other friend Eric was playing Inzectors, and then there was a sort of Chaos Dragon deck, and the last deck was Hieratics. Uh, it's another deck that I was thinking of building Hieratics, but you kind of have to have three card guardies, and those are still a good amount of money. So hoping they're going to get reprinted in this new stuff coming out. If they do, that'd be awesome. And then I could probably run that deck because it's honestly not that expensive. The extra deck costs a little bit of money, but it's not too much. So yeah, I'm gonna be bringing you guys those deck lists to the top four of the cash tournament. It was really competitive, a lot of really good players. So there was Hieratics uh, in the top four. Third and fourth place were Hieratics and Chaos Dragons, and the top two that split, they didn't play it because it was just a long day. Were Inzectors and Windups. So Windups are still alright. I'll be bringing you guys the deck lists tomorrow, and that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe, and the like. This is Comic for Life, keeping it real, signing out.